Well, that goes back to 1985 when I formed what is now called Remote Area Medical, or RAM, um, so that we could provide care not only in those remote parts of the world, like the Amazon rainforest, but wherever else it might be needed. And by the early 1990s, uh, we discovered that there really was a need here in the United States. Um, and now we've done, oh gosh, 738 of these events, uh, started out with just a small, a couple of dental chairs and an old pickup truck, and two or three of us, all volunteers, of course. And it's evolved now to the capability to put 100 dental chairs out on the floor and many lanes of eye exam equipment and, of course, general medical, women's health. So it's really evolved over the last 30 years into what is the largest operation of its kind in the United States.
As you've seen here today, we're setting up during school hours, which is very unusual, but there's over 75 to 100 students that are helping set up, which is a great support.
Yeah, I mean, besides just the obvious of the care that's going to be provided this weekend, I think, for this community and for the kids at the school and the kids in the leadership class, they get to see what it really means to serve. And I think, we talk a lot about service, we talk a lot about giving back, but when you see on this scale people doing that, I think it goes way beyond anything that somebody could tell you or that you could read about, because you're actually going to see it.
We don't select the site. The host community will email me or call me and ask me about coming into a venue such as Ooltewah here in East Tennessee. The process is I will send out a what we call a community host package. How many dentists can you invite? How many vision care providers can you get? Do you have a venue that is large enough to host? The size is usually about 40,000 square feet. Can you get the support of the community? Do you have the support of the your legislative area, your mayor, your city council, your health councils? Will they support the clinic? And when they get all of that approved from their community, then they sign it and they forward it back to me. Then we will continue looking at the area and see if we can work out a date that would work for them.
Everybody comes in, you do what you can. A lot of people can't afford dental care. It's it's not for the affluent. I mean, sometimes it's only for the affluent. So to be able to come here, donate our time, do as much as possible, I think it's the best way to do a community effort. And it brings out the best in all of us. We love it. And, the gratification you get from it is just invaluable.
People started lining up in earnest about 6 o'clock in the evening, and the line grew quickly to about 1.5 miles long down the road leading up to Ooltewah High School. And we tell them, be awake at 3 o'clock in the morning, because at 3 o'clock in the morning, we're going to come out and start calling these numbers. So far, we've given out 611 tickets for individuals to see physicians. And we were told earlier that they could handle about 800 today. And even right now, the time is about 4:30 in the morning. We still have a trickle of people coming through the gates.
Just trying to see the dentist and try and get some new glasses. Glasses that I'm going to need are almost $500. My wife needs a pair of glasses. We turned down almost 12 hours worth of work today. And I wish now I would have gone. This is the normal time to go to work every morning. Probably got at least $1,000, maybe $2,000 worth of dentist work that needs to be done. Getting to the point where it's beyond emergency. I don't know where I'm going to come up with the money for that. I don't think I have to make things stretch. I think they're beyond stretch. And we both work our tails off for 60, 70 hours a week. And that's just to keep our house paid for, keep the lights on, keep food on the table. I'm not going to lose my house. I'm going to work my butt off until I keep that paid. That's just one. We talked about the vehicle is one facet, your home is another facet, your medical expenses are another. See what I'm getting to? All these things are doubling, tripling, quadrupling in prices. I'm not fussing about, that, oh, I'm poor, someone please help me, because I'll work my butt off to get what I need. But I can't afford any of the things that I need anymore. I'm not going to get rich. I'm scared to death of getting sick. What are we going to do if I go down for a week and can't go to work? It's going to we're right on the edge right now, and me being off work for a week is going to put us underwater. How are we going to get back? I don't know. I mean, I can't work any more hours, and the thing is, I've got a good job. You know, I'm not flipping burgers. I don't have minimum wage. I have a good job, and I still can't make ends meet. And they're getting close to our number. Maybe we'll get in today. I'm hoping so. Like I said, nobody really saw this coming from, if you were to watch the news, everything was going to be okay. Everything was going to be all right. They got programs in place to take care of this. No, they don't. The program comes from the American worker, and if you can't afford it, that's just too bad. We don't own a television, haven't had a television in our home in 15 years. And it's amazing how people tell me what they saw on TV last night that they consider entertainment, but they don't watch anything that's actually telling them what's going on. The TV news has become entertainment. You know, you got a beautiful woman up there in a gorgeous dress and a man in a three-piece suit, and they laugh and they talk and they give you a 3-second blurb about something, the war in the Middle East, and then they go on about it. And that's not news. It's just another half-hour entertainment show. You and I talked earlier about the government saying that everything's going to be all right now. We're coming out of this recession. We're past this fiscal cliff. What is a fiscal cliff? It's just a word they made up that people don't even know what it means. What it means is this economy's in the toilet and it's not getting any better. Jobs that used to pay really well either pay half or they're not here. They're just gone. I'd hate to be a young person growing up and trying to start a family, trying to start a career. College, who can do that? You can't. I fear for the next generation of not being educated, of not having the skills, if this economy does come around, of not having the skills to afford to raise a family, to afford to keep their children safe. I mean, you can't raise kids living in a van, but I know a lot of people who are, and that's a plain shame. And those are people with jobs, and they're just trying to get one step ahead. Not even trying to get one step ahead, they're just trying to get back on their feet. But one step ahead, long gone. You know, trying to get some money saved away, trying to get some money put aside, that doesn't happen anymore. Honestly, I never sat put all those things together like that before. It sucks. That's what kills me. We go to work every day. June, July, and August, we took 2 days off. 2 Sundays, that's it. I feel like we're standing in a suit.
Oh, I worked yesterday. I didn't get off till 7 something, and I got here at 11:30ish. And they got here early.
Well, I've been here.
I got here 1:30.
I got here about 8:30.
Not 1:30 in the morning. We got here 1:30 in the afternoon.
I work
Friday.
here, so he has to
After
hurry
dinner.
to work.
Yeah, that's how long we've been here. We're here for eyeglasses. Yeah, it's a great program. It's good for the needy people and all. And everybody knows in this community there's hundreds of needy people that don't have insurance, and most of them ain't got transportation worth getting around in. And when this comes around, I get on my phone, and I know so many people around here because I've been around here for years. I call Georgia, Tennessee, anywhere. Anybody that needs it, let them know that it's free. Just get a transportation to come here and what time. And many of them that's come here and has gone through the program to get teeth pulled, stuff like that, they love it. Because how many people can pay $200 or more to get one tooth pulled when you come here and get them pulled free?
Even your eyes.
Everything's just absolutely free. Your eyeglasses are free. They check for glaucoma. These are not fly-by-night doctors or specialists.
This is my first time here at one of these things.
Where are you hoping to get done?
I'm some dental work done. I've got problems with my teeth and everything, a couple of them. I'm trying to get something done. I might have to have one pulled or something. I mean, it's hard. It's been over 15 years since I've seen a doctor, for a dentist or anything like that, because I ain't had no insurance.
And how hard is it to get medical service?
It's almost impossible for me. I mean, I'm having to pay cash just to go see a PCP of any sort. And I mean, it's hard. Because, with my situation right now financially, I don't have the money for that kind of stuff. And I mean, instead of putting this money towards something better to actually get me a little further in life, I'm having to pay this stuff to actually be able to do stuff. And I'm actually thankful for people like this, because it rarely comes to me.
See, the people that needs the insurance, they can't afford it through their work because they make like minimum wages, like my wife there. If she makes minimum wages, her insurance is $250 a month. What good does it do her to work?
Well, I
And
could quit
you just
then,
can't
huh?
make it. You just can't make it.
I mean, even at $7.50 an hour, it's hard to actually get the money that you need to actually survive, even on a place, because they raise the prices of rent up and stuff, plus deposit to almost $1,000, and at $7.50 an hour in a small town, that's hard to actually do, because you could save up for a month and still not have enough for that. And I mean, people ain't making it easy on none of us.
When you live paycheck to paycheck, and that you just pay rent, you pay fuel, for your car, you got to work on your car. If something
Pay
happens,
electric,
you
water,
got all
whatever
this
like
stuff
that.
coming out, and you ain't got no,
Ain't got enough money for
insurance
food.
benefits or nothing like that. So you ain't really got anything to.
And a lot of jobs don't have the benefits that they're supposed to, or that they say they do. Like if they have health insurance, they have dental or any of that stuff, life insurance, whatever, half the time it ain't worth a flip. Because, it don't cover nothing in your area or anything like that. So it's hard to actually get the care or the assistance that you need, even when you're working anymore.
In the Murray-Whitfield area, and like I was saying earlier, it's carpet textile driven, and there's still so many people out of jobs. The unemployment rate's still really high, and people that were in the manufacturing, they expect to be called back for those jobs, and the companies aren't going to do that. They work with lesser people. It's shortened their payroll, but they're making more demands on the people, and they have to run extra machines, do extra work, and still put out a quality product. And, we're not supermen, it's very hard. And if you can't live up to those standards, then you're out. And, so they just don't replace those jobs. And it's made it very hard because there's not enough new industry. And the county I live in, there's nothing for our young people. There's nothing to hold them there. There's nothing for them to do entertainment-wise. So it's really hard. Tax-wise, it's really creating a burden for the tax owner, for the landowner. And because we just continuously have land tax increases. So it's very hard all the way around, and people don't realize that, how one thing affects the other, but it's a total overall effect. But if there wasn't places like this, and I just happened to find this because he had a toothache, and I was looking for some kind of help for him. Otherwise, he'd have to try to pull his tooth himself, and he has threatened to do that. So, and that's just not healthy, especially with his heart condition. You just can't be doing stuff like that. And in his case, it's do I eat? Do I buy medicine? What do you tell a person? Well, it breaks my heart, but I don't have any money to help him. I'm pretty close to the same boat myself. If I didn't have insurance, my insulin for 1 week is $750. There's no way I could even afford insulin for 1 week. I would just die. They just go in a coma and die. So if there's not avenues like these clinics do women's health, you know, there's so many women out there that don't have PAPs, they don't get mammograms, and it can be life-saving for these people. And they just, you know, people don't realize. So I'm just real thankful that they have it. I'm amazed at the volunteers, the operation, how smooth it works. You know, it's really a good thing.
Our whole philosophy, our principle is to prevent the pain and stop the suffering. We're here, we have no political ties, we have no religion ties. We're here providing the service at no cost. And honestly, we're made up of a staff of 19 people. There's going to be 350 people volunteering at this clinic. It's the volunteers that really run the organization, that really help provide the services that we're able to offer. A traditional clinic goes anywhere from 12 to 24 months in preparation.
Basically, this is a state-of-the-art vision lab that what we do is once the patient gets a complete eye exam, they pick out their frames, it comes in here, and we carry over 10,000 prescription lenses on the truck. And we can make about 90% of the prescription that comes in.
Our lenses, most of them are donated. We have about just a small percentage of them. Our frames are all donated. In dental, we do have to buy most of the stock in dental, which is from the paper towels to, you know, the composites and the amalgams and the antiseptics, which that will be our biggest cost for the entire clinic. Our total cost for the weekend clinic of about a 1,200 patient clinic will roughly cost us around $12,000. Donations that come in are nickel and dime donations that come in because we don't have any corporate sponsors or we take no federal or state money. So we're pretty, pretty frugal. So we'll take the, what we get, we'll invest it into the patient.
All the health, eye, and dental for the grown-ups, the kids, it gives us a second chance. Some of us, people look at us because we ain't got no teeth. We're all broke out. They look at you different, like you're not human like they are. Okay, I might not wear name brand clothes, but I'm me. I got a good heart and help anybody in the world. And they say I want to pay you? No, I just did it because I'm kind of, I want to help. But, yeah, I'm glad I got a number today because it's, as you can say, it's full. But I'm lucky. And I said, thank you, Lord, when I got it this morning. There's days that I've sat and cried. My jaw swelled up to here because I have an abscess. You go to the emergency room, they sue you because you can't pay them. I can't afford that. And you go to work and get income tax or get a check, you're lucky you get $50 out of it. The time the hospital garnishes your wages. But I thank every day for this right here.
Is there anything else you'd like to share?
Do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. And always be thankful and blessed for the little bit that you do get, because you don't know what it's really like to be homeless and living on the street in the cold. Wishing, seeing people walk and dropping food and when you're hungry.
Care in this country is extremely expensive. The United States spends about $2 trillion every year on health care, which is more than twice the amount of other Western countries. What we do over the last 30 years has been described by some people as a sort of Band-Aid operation. Well, we're going to see about 500 people today in dentistry. If you come in here with a mouthful of bad teeth and you haven't been able to go to see a dentist in your entire life or in the last 10 years, and you're in excruciating pain and it's affecting your whole system, that's really a life-changing experience for that particular individual. So it's not a Band-Aid, in other words.
I've learned something from listening, and then other people I like meeting people, people from different cities and, and it's a wonderful thing that everybody that I'm sure just about like I am, happy that they can come to places like this, you know, when you don't have insurance and you can't afford to get anything done, you know. People as far as Knoxville I've met, you know, Dunlap. They saw one guy, they say he came on the bus from Knoxville just to get here to get his teeth pulled, you know. And, you know, I'm from Chattanooga, by the way, but, you know, it's not that far away. I've came shorter distance than some, but I've met a lot of people, and you know, we are here for the same reason, you know, and it's good that then other people, just like I said, how I met him and he learned me something about belly fat. We all learning different things from each other just by being here. You know, it's not only, even though we're here for the dental and the vision, but we're still learning stuff from each other. You know, it's a good thing.
I don't think it does happen in everyday life because where some people that are of a higher socioeconomic situation may not feel comfortable in this atmosphere. And then again, people in this same socioeconomic situation may not feel comfortable in a wealthy type situation. But as far as this situation today, people have had different things that have come in their lives, such as accidents, health problems, family situations. There are immigrants here. There are people from other states here. Certainly people from other cities, and grandmothers. I've seen ladies with their children, and certainly handicapped people. And we all feel comfortable with each other, and really everybody's helping each other out in different situations.
Is there anything else you want to add about why that's important and what it reminds us of?
It reminds us of Christ. It reminds us of the Lord, and the Bible says that he went to the people in need and he touched them.
Thank you for talking to me. Can you
You're
tell
welcome.
me your name again?
Dwayne Kaiser.
Thank you.
Thank you. You got me choked up, dude.